Malicious mistress, jealous of the young master's love for the maid, lied that she was pregnant and wanted to eat wild strawberries. The kind-hearted maid, upon hearing this, went to the mountain to find them, enduring temperatures of over 60 degrees Celsius. The man who followed her told her that there were no strawberries in season, but the maid didn't listen and accidentally fell down the mountain. The man took pity on her and told her the truth that the mistress was not really pregnant and wanted to get rid of her. The maid was heartbroken upon hearing the truth. She couldn't understand why she had always tried her best for the mistress, but the mistress still wanted to kill her. After pushing the man aside, the maid jumped off the cliff herself. The young master quickly went back and told the whole story to his people. They rushed to the mountain to find the maid, but Polly hadn't actually jumped off the cliff. Instead, she found a crooked neck tree on the mountain and prepared to hang herself. However, just as she was about to put her head in the noose, she heard the young master's anxious call not far away. In order not to make the young master sad, Polly ultimately chose not to commit suicide and instead hid behind a rock and watched him search for her. Although she wanted to rush forward and hug him, she chose to endure it until one day, 6 months later, when Polly suddenly knocked on the door after being missing for a long time. The man thought he had seen a ghost, but Polly didn't say a word and walked into the yard holding a bundle of wild strawberries. Upon hearing the commotion, the mistress hurried out of the house. Polly bowed to her in front of all the servants. The mistress felt guilty and covered her stomach, then gave Polly a harsh glare, but Polly bit her lip and stared back fiercely. Several months passed in the blink of an eye, and the mistress had been married for many years without conceiving a child, and was diagnosed by the village fortune teller as having no chance of having children. The young master's mother was worried and asked how to break the curse. At that moment, Polly walked in to pour water, and the fortune teller, upon seeing her, was startled and asked if she was born in April. And so, Polly and the young master ended up together, with everything falling into place. Unfortunately, the good times didn't last long. Due to political factionalism, the imperial court suddenly raided the young master's home. In order to avoid being implicated, the mistress forced Polly to put on her clothes and hide behind the water tank. She watched as the officials arrested Polly and threatened her to frame the young master for treason, but Polly refused to comply. They cruelly cut off her vocal cords and sent her to the remote mountains where the young master was exiled. The mistress, still harboring hatred towards Polly, did not spare her even after all that had happened. After finding the hut where the two of them lived, she set fire to it, hoping to burn them alive.